make a quick little preamble to this?
Why not?
There's going to be spoilers in this. If you have just, I'm assuming you've only just downloaded 7.0. We're going to be streaming this. It's also going to go up on YouTube. However, if you don't want to be spoiled as to what happens in the Two Towers campaign, you shouldn't be watching this.
No, indeed. Just play it for yourself and find out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
However, if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already played a couple of the missions,
True.
then feel free to to watch, because we're going to give some commentary. On that note, could you share it on in this channel as well? So you can see it live.
What's the game like? People coming in the chat.
It's been interesting watching in the campaign spoilers. You told me that's what they're called, channel, to see how far people have got. There's definitely some people who are like halfway or more at this point, isn't there?
Yeah, I think that's
Mission
about
7.
as far as they got. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was already someone who was on.
Mission 7. Oh yeah, they're getting through it then. Yeah. Which level are we doing? What was that?
No, I'm just reading the chat.
Oh, right.
Morgan is on.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, give me a sec. Let me stream.
Savage. I opened up the stream and it just loads of all the chat messages because of the mod thing, and it's just
Please refer.
Yeah, no spoilers in the chat, please, unless it's relevant to the mission we're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we're going to give commentaries. You can talk about the mission as it happens. But if you spoil anything, I will. I will ban you from the Twitch, and I might even ban you from the Discord, because that's just who I am. Please don't do that.
That's who I am.
We worked on this for 18 months. Don't spoil anything.
Here, I can get my old. Oh wait, no, I can't load my old saves yet. I have to continue from where I was. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
My old saves are at a bit, and I closed the game. Because I was gonna go get my saves, and then I realized I'm like, oh, that's gonna spoil the mission thing. Yeah.
I was thinking, I had planned to write some notes of things I remembered for these missions when we were going to talk about them, but I've been so busy with birds I haven't done it.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I do remember when we started doing this one with us, we spent a lot of time on dialogue specifically, didn't we? This was like the first really dialogue heavy level we actually dealt with. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was hard to get that tone.
Yeah,
because there's not any dialogue about this. There's a lot of expository, information about what happened at this event in the book. They don't talk, except of course for the speech at the end, when who. I mean, we all Theodet dies, right? So he has a speech, and that's from the book. And there's like some dialogue around there. We've used what we could, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but the rest of it you had to sort of make it. Yeah, because I remember sending you these long lists of what I thought we would need. And yeah, you'd have to go through and try and make them fit in terms of the dialogue. That was the first time we did that. By the end we'd done that a lot, but
yeah.
That was a very new thing at that point.
But you can really tell, like, when we started this mission, it really got like a lot broader all of a sudden. Like everything, this has so much custom voice acting, so many like heroes, and
there was a lot going on for it.
Yeah, and that certainly got a lot worse for everything.
Oh, you just got called a king in discussion.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't disrespect my king like that, Harry.
The power of the enemy is growing. Sauron will
You played this for 3 hours.
destroy the people.
Damn.
3 hours. Oh
That's
boy.
impressive.
Good.
Should we be quiet when there's cutscenes, or are we allowed to talk?
I don't care.
The eye of Sauron
I mean, I've seen this so many times.
I'm sure you have, Cal.
His war on this country will
Yeah.
come swiftly.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a commentary thing, right? We're not.
Yeah.
Cal can talk about how he made this, because there's
Yeah,
very
I-
specific changes that we made.
I cut it out of the film. They cut in things that are more relevant.
The quest.
Yeah.
There we go.
Switched to it.
How engaging.
It works very well though. I always thought.
No, it
Is
does,
it-
yeah.
It was
Given
a
it's from the-
fairly long session, I remember.
We were
Yeah.
we were sort of figuring out what would actually be good for the intro of this.
Yeah.
And this
It's-
seems like the best fit.
It's really fitting. It's from the middle of the film, isn't it? The second
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Bizarrely works incredibly well as an intro
Yeah.
for us at least.
Yeah, yeah. It
It's
really
very
did.
similar to the intro of Fellowship in that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought it was really cool how well that worked.
There you go. We put in Theoden and earlier on had
Yeah.
the Wildmen attacking
For
instead of
Sauron will have dominion
the
over all life,
Urakami coming across.
even unto the ending.
It's changed it to
I
be
think
more
it's really
relevant
good.
to the
Different
start, which is
B-roll.
how it was really. Yeah.
Yeah, using
Time
different
of the
B-roll
elves
basically.
Is
And then obviously we ended it on the Fords.
Do we leave
Yeah.
Middle Earth to its
Do we let them stand alone?
Do we let them stand?
Fade to black.
Yeah, I dig this editing.
It's really cool.
And then we got a little infographic.
Yes.
Actual disclaimer this time.
Oh yes.
It's a good idea.
You missed that, by the
The
way.
forces of Isengard have gathered at our doorstep. Saruman has sent a host of men to take control of the Fords of Isen and allow him to invade Rohan.
We must hold these fords until Theodred returns with aid.
To battle, sons of Eor!
Done. There you go. It's funny how quickly you get into it in this campaign. You know.
Yeah. Long cinematics recommend saving regularly to but having to rewatch them. Imagine having to rewatch these things. You spend so much time on you could do that. Don't rewatch them.
It would be atrocious.
I
don't know.
apologize. You can't skip them.
Yeah.
I'm personally just waiting for Harry playthroughs.
Oh god. I don't know if I'd beat them, I'll be honest at this point, because I stopped fully finishing the levels about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago once we got major testing going, because I didn't have to anymore. And it's been balanced to hell since then, so I have no clue. I could completely die, you know. It'd be rather
Their
embarrassing.
attack seems to
Oh
have
no.
slowed. We should call upon
What
more
would be
troops
another
to bolster
option?
our defenses.
Oh, what was that?
We'll talk about
Saruman exploits
Oh,
these woods
okay.
for fuel, and we may yet have a
Just
chance
cheat.
to find and destroy his lumber
It's
camps.
only any spoilers for ideas. You know?
We should explore the forests to the northeast while we still can.
This is all custom voice acting, of course. Grimbold, there's no
There's a
vanilla
village to the
lines
north of
used for
We
Grimbold.
should
You
send
wrote
riders
this.
there to muster what men we can.
Yeah.
Zathian, I believe, voice acted Grimbold.
Mm.
This really harkens back to the BFME1 missions. Like, you show parts of the map, you have like a disembodied voice. Except this time he's not really disembodied, it's Grimbold.
Yeah.
It's right there on the map.
Something, I think it's over 100 lines for this mission, at least, I think. Between all the different characters.
Oh, yeah, that pretty likely, yeah. A lot of little things here and there. A lot of little lines that only play occasionally, right? If you reach a certain thing on a certain time, that
Yeah, you might not
have
even
to-
notice.
yeah.
Exactly. It's really neat though that we can do that. I guess if you are obviously if you're recording a set, you have a chance to put all that in there, but it makes a big difference. I think a really big difference, especially for people like me who have no clue really what this is besides that 2-second clip from the film. You know, it gives some context as to what you're doing and why you're
Yeah.
here.
Yes, I mean, when it comes to the narrative for this, it mostly follows what we know from. I think this is all described either in the appendices of the Return of the King or in Unfinished Tales. I think it might have been Unfinished
I
Tales.
think Theodred's stuff was Unfinished Tales.
Yeah,
And this is really well detailed. Like Tolkien went in detail to this battle.
yeah.
Like
Fords of
phases,
Isen,
what he
Unfinished
did.
Yeah, this is like a condensed version. Is it 2 battles, like smushed into one? This, or is this one
Yeah.
of those
Yeah,
battles?
that-
Right.
This is just the first battle, yeah. This is the first
Oh, I
battle
understand.
before.
Right. I see.
because of course, you know, spoiler alert. After this, you technically keep the forts, right? But
Yeah.
you know they get overrun
Yeah, okay,
eventually.
right, I see. It's like a temporary measure or something, I suppose.
Well, you know, Saruman just wasn't done.
Yeah.
He was still breeding his Uruk-hai at this point. From the
Yeah.
start, so his army.
This is kind of the first move in the actual War of the Ring, I believe.
Yeah, I guess because you've got Theodred, who's... I wouldn't say... I guess he doesn't know he's riding up to these gates, I guess, not really knowing what he's walking into, you know, in terms of the
That
story,
is
I guess.
from the book, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that it gives an idea of, I guess, what they know at this point in the story.
Yeah, they have no idea. This is the first battle, the first time Saruman openly.
Right. Okay, yeah, the whole...
essentially. Yeah.
It was interesting. This was a weird thing to do, doing this map. Because it'd only been about, I don't know, 4 months since we'd released the last one. But actually working on the map, the last map I'd made before I made this one was back in May of 2019. So I had about 6-7 months not doing any campaign maps, so it was really weird to try and come back to this and lay it out, because it's an odd map to fit everything onto as well. You know?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff you got to do on this.
Yeah, it took me a very long time. I was really struggling to get a layout that fit, you know, especially when you shoehorn Isengard in as well. I thought, how am I supposed to do this? Make it not look weird.
I think we had a little tiff about that.
We did, because I thought it's going to look odd, you know.
Yeah, you thought it was like, no.
Weird.
He basically said no, and then I said no. Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you were right in the end, you know. But I was just not confident I could make that look normal, you know.
It also makes a wonderful skirmish map.
Yeah.
And this map, visually, this map is amazing. It's really great.
It's good because it was terrifying to make. I found it quite unnerving doing something so different and having no real reference to go on besides a few stills. It's meant to look like
It's a ford in a river.
yeah. And it's
It's
to
very
try and not
much.
make it look like Fords of Brunin or whatever, and to make that eye out in the middle, you know. I mean, none of it's technically complex, but I was just it was kind of scary to do.
Yeah, you're drawing just from nothing, basically. Just there's really no film stuff you can
No,
do.
you sent me a map. Do you remember a very rough sketch?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was from somewhere else. Of this is how it's meant to sort of fit geographically. So it kind of tries to fit that in as best it can. You know, that's why the fords are off to the side a bit rather than straight above you.
Yeah, because that's in the map. Yeah,
it kind of all fits together. You know. Yeah.
The thing about my initial idea was a little bit different because I mean this is once again I'm just going to talk ahead, right? I'm not going to like wait until each sequence happens to talk about it.
Sure.
Eventually, Theoden rides to the gates of Isengard, and it's fairly close on this map. But my thought was it was going to be a long stretch of terrain.
Right.
Keep running for a bit, right?
Yeah.
Of course, that's kind of unrealistic because then you're just going to be mapping terrain for literally just having distance, which that's not really a good idea because there's going to be I don't know it's loading in all kinds of stuff for
we
just
have to,
time.
Yeah, absolutely. We physically have to make the map wider to fit that in because it's the maximum height. This map, so we have to go off to the left
Is it?
by a long way.
It is. Is it that big?
It's max height, yeah. It's the width that's narrow. Everything else is maximum, basically. Yeah. It doesn't feel it when you're on it.
It doesn't. But it kind of does though, because this mission has a very slight open world feel to me.
Oh, that's
very
good.
slight. Because you can kind of choose. You can kind of choose. Sorry, what?
You just think it was like they did.
Yeah, maybe I did a little bit.
That's fine. But it does have that feel to me because you can choose how to go about your objectives in like that's in whatever order you really want.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a good thing because Fellowship of the Ring was so hero orientated as those missions go. This really sort of changes that back to a more traditional, I guess more like a Battlefield Earth level in that sense.
Because that was our goal with this one. I mean, it was to make it
you
like,
guys said that a lot.
Yeah, it was like the Amber mission. Like this is, you know, and BFME 1 referring to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, completely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like that was a big thing that like because we wanted that tonal shift.
Yes, I very badly wanted to have like this idea of and now for something completely different.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna do this, and then this is it. Yeah, that's what I wanted desperately. Hang on,
No problem.
just like Red Dead Redemption.
Harry, do you want to explain the process of how you made it so that the builders can't go into the forge?
Oh yeah. So that was
I don't know
something
how you did that. I don't know how.
Yeah, well, the reason we did it, I guess we know, but it was because of people playing the Fords of Bruinen and building wells. Because I didn't think about that. I thought, well, I'm not going to put a well in my Ford; it would look ugly. You know, I always play it visually, so I don't do that. But obviously, people who are playing it and they're struggling, you're going to put a well wherever you need it, you know. So they were doing that, and I thought, I'm not having that. It's ruining everything we've done, you know. So this level, I specifically took a bit of time to come up with some sort of system with these two builders that if you enter the Fords, you know, it was one of those things I had to learn as I went with this campaign, but they would transfer to another team. That team then has instructions to get back up onto the bank, and then they transfer back again. That sort of looping system, so you can keep doing that and keep getting told off by Grimbold. You know, it does have its quirks, because I know you probably know, if you try and build something in the Ford, and he goes in there, he's just gone. You know, he disappears out of all existence. You know, if you lose both though, you do get them back. You know, they enter back onto the map, so it's not horrible. But no, I did exactly. I just couldn't imagine doing this level and seeing towers and wells in the middle of the forts. No, terrible. You know,
yeah,
I was very scared.
Absolutely terrible.
That's a big thing in this campaign in general. I mean, we because the spellbook is completely, well, it's not completely different, but it's changed significantly.
So much.
Yeah. Because we realized that some of the spells we had just sucked for people to use, and it ruined the immersion, it ruined the feel and the visual of happening.
Yeah. We'd keep denying players access to those powers, which felt bad as well. You know, it felt unfair to constantly
have them at all. Yeah.
Say no, you can't have that. You know,
no, you can't have Radagast because
Radagast breaks everything.
He was caught. Sad, because it was a cool idea. It was a cool idea to have Radagast.
Cool idea.
Because you know he's a wandering wizard and all that kind of
neat
shit.
Inclusion.
But he just it just didn't work because
he
like just imagine like why would he appear like, for instance. Hypothetically, if we ever did the Black Gate, why the hell would he be at the Black Gate?
Well,
just as an example, you know, that was my thought behind removing it.
I absolutely love the new powers, though. I love them more than anything we had before. I think they're really good. You know? And the sound effects and the visuals now that go with it, I think I love them way more than what we had before. And the fact they work, like people loading this save, I'm sure they've already noticed it, but anybody loading the campaign now, their old saves, you know, their old powers don't disappear because we've switched them. They just change to these new ones, and it just works, you know. So nothing breaks, the saves don't break continuity. I think it's such a relief.
What's the name of that power, the one where it slowly heals everyone across the map and debuffs the enemies?
Oh, good lord.
Even star one, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's always hope.
Hope?
There is always hope, yeah. Oh my god, before the FX was done that, and it just did the big reds. Everything. Just covered every single enemy unit in a red dot. Did it on Helm's Deep. And oh my lord. The game just like froze for about 2 minutes and then decided to carry on afterwards after applied the effects and everything. Somehow it didn't crash.
That's good.
But
Testament to our optimization of this release.
There's been a lot of good comments on that, hasn't there?
Yes, I was about to mention that. I think that is a resounding success so far. That a lot of people are just reporting that their performance is just better. Like that's awesome. Like that's fantastic because
lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
That was something.
I mean, it took me 30 minutes. Like it wasn't hard.
No, but
it's not hard.
It really makes such a difference.
I mean, we just realized that despite saying everything was very optimized, we actually missed quite a few things.
Yeah,
quite a few very, very glaring things, like the buildings in Rohan and Rivendell. Like the 4.0 stuff, basically. Rivendell Fortress would load in like 3 1024 by 1024 pixel textures. A normal map, snow map maybe, another normal map for like the other texture. And it was like filling up the memory limit like so quickly, just loading in a Rivendell game. So I decimated those textures. I decimated a lot of building textures for this. I halved resolutions for a lot of things. You could technically play Rivendell, Rohan, even Gondor. You can technically play for twice as long without crashing, because well, almost twice as long without crashing. Because that's how much I shaved off in terms of pixels, basically. You can kind of tell for some of the stuff that it looks a little bit,
Most
worse.
players won't tell, though, will they?
No, they won't. They won't. I can
Carl,
tell.
what, yeah, I'm sure, absolutely. Yeah, you could. If you did it to my maps, that kind of downscaling, I could tell too. What was I going to say then? Yeah, Carl, you want to describe the tactic you're using at the moment? Because this is one I use as well with this level to try and get ahead.
It was the first thing I realized that you could do because I lost the
yeah.
first time because I started the assault too early. So I just wait.
Smart way to do it.
You know, I just wait, build up my forces, and
Absolutely.
It's a funny, it's a funny detail because the prompt says build I think 5 structures, right?
Yes, at least 5 structures. Yeah.
If you build 4 and just run around the map and do the things you want to do, you have all the time, to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. You can clear out all the side objectives. Yeah.
As soon as you build 5, it moves on.
Yeah, and it can be beaten any way. I've seen people beat it without doing what I'm doing, which that made me very happy. It's like, yeah,
absolutely. My brothers played this for me recently. I like watching them play it because they like to rip me for all the problems they find and all the different things about it.
Really?
They played this and they rushed straight into it, and somehow they managed it. They just by the skin of their teeth. They really enjoyed the campaign, actually, much more than Fellowship of the Ring. I didn't find any bugs, and my brother's amazingly good at finding bugs unintentionally. He can look at a level and it'll break, but he didn't find any, so that was a very successful day.
That's fucking great.
awesome.
No, it was
You
great.
can look at that's a great skill to have.
Yeah. I got home and I go, guess what I've got? And they go, no, we don't want to do it. Don't make us do it again.
That's great.
It's good fun.
Are they better than the game at you then? Better at the game than you.
Yeah, one of my brothers plays Total War. He tends to be a bit better at the micromanaging than me because he hadn't played this game in years. He hadn't played it since the first campaign came out, and he just was fine with the campaign. The new one, he just went through it. So he's definitely better than me. This is one of those levels at the beginning. It didn't have the small hordes. That was something that came a bit later. This had full size, and in the original teaser for this, whenever that was, we put that one screenshot out, didn't we, for an article? You can see because every horde in there is massive.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we did shrink them. I think
Yes,
a lot better.
I love that's one of the things I love about this campaign. It's a smaller one.
Yeah. I don't think there's any levels now actually with full-size hordes left. I don't think.
It's great for optimization. It's great for maneuverability.
Yeah.
Councils are on.
No, they're all shrunk.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
They're like
they're
1 or 2
smaller
ranks at most. Yeah, they're tiddly. They
all
need
the
to be that.
all the Gondorians are 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're grouped of 5,
Okay. Fair enough.
just like the Epimy one.
All shrunk.
As Harry, of course, knows, I agree wholeheartedly
Yes.
with small hordes. I'm big
That's
fan.
always been something. Yeah. I've never had to fight for those. It's always been good.
Yeah, I'm very glad that we're able to do it in the campaign.
You're gonna find the hidden allies, kind of.
Eventually, yeah.
You've got a decent army now. What is it mostly? Is it peasants or is it mostly spearmen?
Even mix, really. I got, 2 battalions of peasants, 3, I have three of spears, some archers, and then just row heroes.
Yeah. I never go for horsemen on this level. It's interesting. I normally just go infantry all the way.
Oh, I love having horsemen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea because you can flank then. I've never really done that.
I enjoy cav in this game when they work. Because I do know how to micro them, at least a little bit. But it's just, when they don't respond to my actions, that's when it gets frustrating. But in the campaign, I don't have to worry about host lag.
True.
Oh, man.
I've not seen the skirmish version of this map. Where are the player base? Is it a 2-player or?
I think it's a 4?
I wonder where it fits 4.
There's
2v2 maps?
Yeah, it's a 2v2 map. So there's 2 up near Isengard.
Oh right,
and there's 2 near where you start off here. Where you build your base. Yeah.
I haven't looked at it myself either.
Yeah, I've never.
I played it yesterday with Felix.
Oh, okay.
Because most of the time when I play is when I'm on stream, so
Absolutely smashed him.
couldn't really show this off. couldn't really show off the new map.
The first game we played, I played Isengard, and he played Misty Mountain. And he lost terribly. He was like, oh, Misty Mountain's shit, I'm going to play Isengard. So then I played Misty Mountains, and I just stomped him with Misty Mountains. It's like, I was just like, I don't think they're shit, I just think you're shit.
That's usually the case.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he played Dolgador today, and it was a very long match, but I still did manage to beat him. I think Dolgador's the only faction he knows how to actually play. I'll tell you what, fighting Dolgador with Rohan is not very fun.
You got a lot of horses, sure you can just smush them, can't you? You know.
Tomb Guard.
Oh yeah.
Lots of Tomb Guard and spiders.
Break their line.
And the amount of times I got gifted Necromancer, I was fuming. I was so angry. Spent all this time making this beautiful cavalry army, which for it to be turned into a bunch of floaty purple
Ghosts.
carpets within seconds.
Hang on. Have you built the 5th structure yet?
No, he hasn't.
That hasn't. No, you're really doing the yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what I always do every time.
Spread. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I have a method that I usually do every single time I play this mission. I have that about every mission, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing exactly what I do.
Yeah, I don't do the
I
bonus
do this
objectives.
too, but at least now I do because I horribly failed at this like 3 times in a row. And then some little angel whispered in my ear. I'm like, oh, okay, and then I beat it.
I tend to do the bonus objectives afterwards with Theodred, just sort of one by one. But yeah, you can do.
Yeah, you definitely can.
You can, yeah.
His
But
Royal
that's-
Guard are
it's
definitely
kind of
strong.
annoying because it takes a while.
It does take a long time with him. You don't get as much stuff. This was a very important level, scripting-wise. I remember that was something when I was making it. This level has a lot of that unit transference stuff. We were talking about that with the builders earlier. You know, that later with your main army, you know, they get transferred away. That was the biggest issue I had with this level in terms of making it. It took a very long time to make that work reliably. But that was a really important thing to learn for this campaign because that happens a lot throughout this campaign in lots of different ways.
Yes.
And without it, I don't know how we do certain levels if I know.
No, it'll be a lot less interesting.
It's not bad when you know what you're doing. When you don't, it goes wrong in so many different ways.
It's
You know?
pretty seamless on this.
Yeah, it never used to be, I assure you. But this level has a real problem with, I don't know what you'd call it, fail-safes, in that things can happen at different time points, so you have to make sure you're accounting for all the variable ways players can do stuff. So clearing out these side objectives you can do now. At the moment the Isengard army comes, after you build the 5th structure, you can't really be over in this point because I need to spawn guys. So then I have to factor in some sort of failure objective if you don't abandon the bank, you know, and it's all that kind of stuff where your brain starts to
Basically,
Lose
you're doing the sort of thing they have to do in RPGs for a 16-year-old RTS.
yeah, thinking all the ways somebody can play this, you know, and then approach it differently and try not to fuck it up. Because I never used to. I used to spawn them in different places, but they ended up taking a really long time to reach the ford. And they used to come on just like one side or the other. They used to come out the middle. So I thought, I've got to have them coming from the centre, which means you've got to kick the player out if they're still here. But I don't want them to be.
In the age of the ring mod, your actions have consequences.
You're doing a
I mean, yeah,
training.
this campaign they certainly do.
Yeah.
Unironically. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet people doing that, the marketing not outside. In Night City, your actions have
Oh
consequences.
yes, of course. I get it now. I'm caught
Game
up.
doesn't bloody work.
Oh, you can't get fire arrows. I forgot about that.
No, those got moved a long time ago, I think.
I completely forgot.
That was wonderful, really.
This was a cool level for me because I hadn't played much Rohan up till this point, so it was really nice
Of
to.
course you had.
That was so funny. Yeah, I remember you telling us that. I'm like, what?
It's
been out for
lovely. I was like,
years
oh, this
now.
is cool. And it was always my favourite faction in terms of the aesthetic. So it was really neat to finally play it. Like, oh, cool.
That's such a modder thing to do. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't play anything. I just make my art. And I pass it on to some guy, and some guy will be like, "Yeah, I'll put it in," and
I get a
that's
complete
it.
faction. Yeah,
People
exactly.
people try to call us out for it, and like on our YouTube comments sometimes, like, you mean you don't play your own mod? How do you balance? I'm like, with balance
No,
testers. That's
not
how.
really.
We've got Georges,
That
all
was
the
funny.
Georges of this world. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone can be a George.
No. Apparently not.
Yeah, I know George. George has been a big help for you, Harry. Because when
Oh my
George
God,
was
he's been
originally
my
added to the
lifesaver.
team, yeah, because
He's been my lifesaver.
because he was added into the core team originally to help you test with Fellowship.
He
back in
was
4.0.
Fellowship. Do you know why I picked him? I'm sure I've told you the story.
I don't think
Don't
you did.
remember.
That's what you
I don't
told me.
remember.
I've heard
It was because when we were releasing one of the earlier patches of 4.0, which had the campaign, we put notes saying, "Please do not test this. We're not ready. Just don't play it." And for some reason, I don't know if George missed it or whatever, but he played it anyway and posted a bunch of feedback, you know. And they all got scolded for it, but I really liked George's feedback that he gave me. It was really helpful. So I had to pick someone. I want that guy, you know. I want him to help me out, you know, with the rest of it. So he got him the job by breaking the rules, basically.
Basically, you were a kid asking his dad, "Can I have that puppy, Dad?"
No, he's been unbelievably helpful. This whole campaign, he's kept me going. Sometimes I can't be bothered, you know, and he'll give me some. I don't know. He'll persevere, I guess.
He's creative in that way. Like that happens in main development stuff as well sometimes. Like it's stuck. It's like, well, guys, let's try it this way, and then yeah.
Never gets angry. Never seems to get fed up. He's happy to
That was
keep
us.
going.
Yeah,
It's
that was
amazing.
us at least.
No,
Yeah.
not with us.
He's not angry with us, though.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there he is. That
I was
message
innocent.
before I was added to the team. Oh, fair enough. I was innocent.
You were ever
Such a
innocent, George.
fan.
Let's be real. We're all born in
Sus.
sin.
We're all
Yeah.
born in sin. Oh God.
Touching on that difference between the first one is, you know, we with 4.0, we besides us testing internally, we did our best, but you know, we all have only so much sanity and patience with this stuff.
Especially in that release, yeah.
Yeah, you know, we all have so much to do. But this time around, I mean, the process of making the towers was so different in a lot of ways. But in terms of testing, you know, George was testing. The moment I had a level that was in any state complete, I knew I could play end to end. He was just on it, you know, finding bugs, pointing things out, trying to help me balance it from the beginning. So,
I'm telling you, like I mentioned this on stream a lot,
yeah,
but the Agent Ring team is fucking amazing. It's
They're
insane to me. It's insane to me how this collection of people just kind of happened. It's so weird. There's such an insane amount of talent and dedication and just goodwill in the team. Like, oh god, I love it. And my heart has been dead for years. You know, I have no feelings. I don't believe in anything, but I believe in the Agent Ring team. You know, they're really great.
I definitely believe in George.
No,
He's been
my troops.
Have you built your
What?
5th building yet? Are you still?
I'm about to. I want to heal up.
Oh, okay.
I want to heal up back at camp. Oh, there we go. Now I have. I built the well.
Have you shown off the Isengard orcs? Those went in before this release, were they?
I don't think so. I think I did zoom in on them a little bit.
Oh, fair enough.
There they are. Oh, they're kind of bugging right now. Oh dear. Right when I zoom in. Nice.
What are they doing? I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Where's all that?
Oh, who knows?
Oh, they're fine. They're
That's
doing their sliding
fine.
down.
Yeah, they're just moonwalking a little bit. Whatever.
It's slippy.
You saw
Yeah, it's
nothing.
a river. You saw
Yeah,
nothing,
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, see, now they're okay. I just don't want them to kill all my troops.
No, they can't do that. rather
Yes,
scarily.
yes, they can.
This was another thing. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot, but we made a lot of effort to make sure people defended the fords, if you remember correctly, because there was a fear people would just run back to their base and abandon it completely. All those different ways somebody could not basically engage with it and cheat it.
You gotta do it the way we want to. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and then Fellowship of the Ring was a good learning. It showed you how people can find different ways, which is creative. Still
to a point. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that kind of thinking up to a point, because it's at some point you do want to have like a certain. The mission has to be about something.
Yeah. You're not just doing it to get through it. I don't know.
Yeah. So just limit people's freedoms.
Yeah. Don't let them do necessarily everything they want to do.
No. They can't be trusted to do that. So, I've asked you this several times as we developed this campaign. Your answer has slowly shifted.
Yeah.
Is this? Do you think the Two Towers is better than Fellowship of the Ring?
I really struggle with that. I really like the Fellowship of the Ring. It's my favourite film, and it's the one. If I had to pick any of the campaigns, I would always have picked Fellowship of the Ring. That's the one I find the most appealing. That's one that I was missing from a lot of Battle for Middle-earth 1 and never got to do. So
yes,
no, if I can, I would agree that technically and in terms of gameplay, the second one is better.
Okay.
We're better at doing it, and I think we've worked hard to make sure they're varied and blah blah blah. But I think,
blah, blah.
I think I do. I think Fellowship of the Ring still takes it for me a bit. I don't know what it is.
Really?
It still sits there for me. If I had to pick one to play,
Still have personal things, I suppose. As well.
Yeah, those films, there's something about them. The first one,
Always.
Amon Hen and doing Amon Hen and Moria and all that stuff. Council of Elrond, it really appeals to me. There isn't much between them, but definitely.
Oh, for me, I will always acknowledge that the Fellowship of the Ring is a really good campaign.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just better in every way. It really is. Yeah. I won't spoil anything, but there's one mission in this that
it's the greatest work we've ever done.
There's one mission in this that I think is the great. Well, two missions, and I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Two missions in this that I think is the greatest thing we've ever done, and one of those almost made me fucking cry when I first played it, because I thought it was so cool.
Yep. It was
because it gave me feelings. You know what I mean? Like I felt something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the second one is.
And I didn't just feel like oh, this is cool. I felt like, oh, this actually kind of touches my heart. Like this is actually like as a Tolkien fan, as a fan of these stories, and not just the filmification of this stuff, not just the pop culture stuff, but like the actual like core and heart of it, the themes of it, right?
Yeah.
One of these missions, yeah, that really got me.
Yeah.
Like this is fucking amazing, and from then on out, I knew that this is better to me, just for me. I know. Fellowship of the Ring is great, obviously.
Sure. Yeah. No, I can absolutely see that from most standpoints. The second one would be better. I think if I hadn't made Fellowship of the Ring, I don't think I would pick it. I think it's a lot of nostalgia there as well.
Of course. Yeah.
What was I going to say then? I don't know what your second mission is. I know obviously the one you're talking about and that you really love, but I don't know what the other one is.
Well,
I'm not sure.
This is like the one mission that is not a spoiler for this campaign. The other one, because it's in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. Helm's Deep is in this campaign. Everyone knows it is.
Yeah. Right.
And that's the second one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my favorite level.
That's a very respectable choice.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yes, it's really great.
weirdly, I've always struggled with this level. I always thought this level wasn't good enough in a weird way. Everybody else seemed to really like it, and I don't not like it, but I never thought it would. I thought it was going to get changed a lot more.
Was it the first one you did though? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely the first one I did.
I imagine that maybe partly why.
It was because I didn't know how to structure this battle. It's really weird because it's on and off, and I didn't know. I was scared it was going to feel drawn out and tedious rather than engaging. And I never really thought it was going to be good enough, but it always seemed to make it through. And people, oh yeah, that's fine, carry on. So it always caught me off guard.
We turned some knobs on this.
Yeah, we refined it absolutely.
By way basis, but for the most part, it was good from the start for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
The first time George streamed this for us, like internally, it was like months ago now. I was like, "Oh, this is good. It's basically done."
Yeah.
Like the first time, yeah, I love this. I love it from the start. But this just because it's the way you can choose what to do when. It's a big map. There's stuff to do. Little things you can find.
Yeah.
I gotta interrupt really quick.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the music for when Theodred arrives. It fits fucking perfect. I love it. I love the music that happened in this mission. It was hard. It was a lot of this is custom mixing, custom cutting.
Yeah.
The amount of work I did on the music for this campaign was astronomical compared to Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music makes it. The music makes it.
It does.
I was watching a YouTube video of someone who played this mission. They turned off the music and they didn't have the cutscene. I was like, oh, what? Just don't fucking bother then.
It's a shame. Yeah.
Hey, and then just don't do it then.
It's a real shame. The
You're
music
missing
makes
half.
it. I couldn't play it. I wouldn't play it with that music. Hardly any as much. It makes such a difference.
Thran, no spoilers in this chat.
Yes, no spoilers from me.
I will not ask again. Thank you.
And it's spoken. What was I going to say there?
Yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
I remember talking to you, Carl, about the music relatively early on. I mean, when did you start the music? It was this year. You didn't do it before.
It was this year. Yeah. It was when we started. I don't even remember. Well, what I can't say. I can't say what mission was the first one.
You are no, of course. Yeah. I know what it was, but yeah.
Mission 7. I think it was.
Yes,
7.
It was indeed.
Yeah. It was the first one.
Yeah. And then you were on a roll, but huge amount of work. I remember talking to you about this mission, back in probably early 2020, 2019. What are you thinking in terms of music? And you're like, I'm just not thinking about it right now.
I'm just not thinking about it yet. I don't know. I hadn't.
That is such a Kyle thing. I always get that with him as well.
Like, I'm not thinking about it yet.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
He has like a very structured list of things, and he does not really deviate. Yeah. So we'll do stuff on factions, and so what about the effects? I'll get there.
Yeah, it'll happen.
He always gets there. He always gets there.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It'll always happen.
Yeah. There was that part going, I wonder when we're going to get the music,
It'll happen.
Yeah.
This mission, I think, was the last one of the last ones that I did.
Yes. I think
because I knew it was going to be hard.
Yeah. I think the last music edit was this one. I mean, this was one of the last levels we finished. No joke, in terms of all sorts of bits.
Yes, actually, yes, in terms of assets, certainly.
Classic. The first one's the last one you finished, as always.
Yes, I love that.
Do you remember there was a year between pickups for the audio?
Yes.
The first set at the end of 2019, and that's a year later.
I love development. I love development stuff, man. Like the way that works, because you're playing this and you don't realize this, but there's like so much time in between some of these things that are happening. It's like it kind of feels like a movie, like you're just doing everything out of order. And at the end, the guy scores it. You think like maybe the guy who scores it would have been involved. No, he gets it at the very end, and he does it, and it all works really well.
In terms of talking about missions, you can talk about the mission that we are currently playing. We want to avoid talking about spoilers for future missions, just because first impressions are a very big thing. Yes, first impressions are a very big thing. And I know that there was one person who said on the YouTube channel that they wanted to experience the campaign through us. So I want to make sure, I don't want people to get spoiled. But you can freely talk about the mission in the current one we're playing.
Don't let them pass.
Am I right, George?
At the very start, we spoiled the ending of this as soon as we started the
Fine
mission
with
anyway,
me.
so
Fine by me.
that makes the most sense.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, what George was saying there, Mr. Mog, he was a very late addition. sort of. And yeah, he was one of the last things we were tweaking.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that he went through many variations.
Yeah. It was a very strict. It was a much more structured development for Fellowship of the Ring for me, at least, though, because with Fellowship of the Ring, because it was split between 3.0 and 4.0 as well. But I would do a map, then script it, then try and finish it, then do the next one. Which was stupid, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to make these things.
Yeah, I remember that.
So with this one, we started in 2019 or whatever, and I didn't script anything until I'd done all the maps I physically could do. Because I knew the moment I started scripting, I would basically be in there for the next, I don't know, year or something like that. It was very different. You just make a map and then go, okay, I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to do the next one. And just try and knock them out one by one.
That changed drastically on this. Yeah, especially towards like the second half of developing this campaign when Alex came in.
Yeah.
A lot of things changed then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For the better. Yeah. I would say. Oh yeah.
We gained level from it. Look at it that way. At the very minimal, we gained the level from it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
My favorite. Yeah, my favorite level.
My favorite level. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when we get to that level eventually, but
Absolutely.
I just want to say the scripting by numbers thing, with the whole PDF thing that he created for that level. Think, oh god.
Yeah. We should show that off if we would get to that level.
Yeah.
And there was a second version of that with the additions. When he changed part of that map, I got a new version. Showed me where to redo things.
Amazing.
Yeah, man's a robot. Very good at it though.
Mm-hmm.
What were your first impressions the first time you played this? So I know for me, the first thing I noticed is like when the voice acting and the intro at the start, I was like, this just feels so professional. Like it feels like an actual campaign as part of like some sort of AAA game or some sort of actual proper game.
Yeah.
And
A
the
different game.
quality of that voice acting definitely completely sold it.
Oh yeah.
It was the voice acting for me. That was what it was.
Hey.
Because sorry, go ahead.
No, I just agreed. I said same.
Oh yeah. Because do you remember Fellowship of the Ring? We had that little tiny bit with Gildor where he spoke. And that always stuck out to me. I thought that was amazing,
Yeah, we thought
That
we were like
really
these
works.
needs, doing
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
So like, let's do it again,
But more.
But more, and then it became more and more and more. But I think that was really pleased.
That was the first impression for me as well, and I really like that because this is the first thing people are gonna experience. So this mission is so self-contained and so thoroughly just voiced and developed.
Yeah.
Feels very professional.
Yeah. It does. It's very fleshed out in that way.
The second thing I noticed, was the map. Because the map is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Like the actual fords are gorgeous. They look so good.
Here. This is so low now. Like, look at this. The IOT, like you were saying earlier, or IOT, however you pronounce it.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was always say it's just a stroke of luck because I was always thinking, I don't know if this is going to make it through.
Well, okay. Well, compare this to what we got in Battle for Middle Earth 1. The Ford of Eisen. Like, the Ford of Eisen, and it's like a little strip in Battle for Middle Earth 1. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
This is an actual, like, obviously notable river crossing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, the forts of Eisen were very special. It was the only place you could really cross.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was too deep and too fast in other places.
Yeah, through the Gap of Rohan, this was the only place.
Yeah.
The terrain's quite complicated in a way because I was like, what do we do on the other side of the fords on the whatever you call it, the western, or is it the eastern bank?
The western.
On the Isengard side.
Western bank.
Whatever the Isengard side. Yeah, that's it. Because I'm like, we got to somehow shoehorn Fangorn into existing, like on the borders somewhere. But equally, I don't want it to be Fangorn that you're going through. So it's this kind of, is it woods? I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably meant to be fields. In
Just
reality.
the woods. No, I think they might be woods.
Is it woods?
There's greenery in Rohan. Rohan is not. It's not New Zealand.
Yeah.
Rohan is.
We're going to get into this now, eh?
I've been told.
No, I remember reading the book recently, like when they go to Isengard after Helm's Deep, they cross the fords and leading up to. Was it the forest on the other side? That's where the Hugons and Fangorn all come over. But going through this forest past the fords that leads on towards Isengard, where they ride through. And you see that in the film as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a third film.
So, you know,
oh man,
well done, Harry. Well done.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, look. There he is. What a surprise.
look at Lug. Look at him.
It's so cool, these little gestures.
The one-legged menace.
It's awesome.
I mean, Lug here was going to appear far before he was ever going to appear in Misty Mountain.
Yeah.
Lug here was just a little, if you want some real background information on this, like behind the scenes stuff, Lug here was just a name for an orc that we just took from Shadow and Flame. It was not meant to be anything special. It was just, he was supposed to be a guy on a warg, just like in Shadow and Flame. We were going to use that model.
Yeah.
This whole thing with Lug only took shape like really a couple months ago. The idea for the hero was around for a while before, but we never actually thought we'd actually do it. There's a lot of these things, you know.
Yeah.
The main reason for doing him really is because obviously we're replacing Azog with Bold.
Yeah.
Like Azog sort of had a dual kit. He was a leader and he was also had sort of a hero killing potential.
Yeah.
We thought that if we removed him, we need another hero that could have that role. There wasn't Bold's role. Bold was a full-on army support hero, and that worked perfectly for him. So we thought, Lug could fill that role as well.
Yeah, and Lug, of course, is a killer for hire, you know. So and Saruman was known to be, you know, in league with orcs of the Misty Mountains. So this is not a stretch in the slightest.
It's a nod.
This makes sense.
It's a nod towards that allegiance to the Misty Mountains.
Yeah,
I didn't know that until you guys told me that was a thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting to learn. I've learned a ton making this.
Yeah, I think the thing I told you that the goblins from Moria, or the orcs from Moria, joined up with Ugluk for revenge on the Fellowship. They wanted to eat Merry. They were some of the ones who wanted to eat Merry and Pippin, if I remember correct too.
Yeah, there's orcs from the Misty Mountains with along with the Mordor orcs.
Yeah. Grishnak, he was, you know, commanded by the Nazgul. All that.
It's those dialogue lines were some of the last things we added in as well, I remember.
Yep.
They were on my to-do list for about a year or something like that.
I think the last thing we actually added to this must have been, wasn't it Lug's model?
To this level, yeah, it was Lug's model. Because he was just that placeholder org or something like that.
Whatever he was.
A month ago.
Just a rider,
Yeah. I mean, he would have stayed a Warg Rider had we not added him as a hero to Misty Mountains. Because I was not going to make Unique Org just for that scene. And it was never going to happen. Made too many orcs already.
One of the great parts about this campaign too is that we can change hero powers without feeling bad, if it suits the mission.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Theodred, because we found that, you know, his invulnerability thing just did not work.
Oh yeah, I forgot that got removed.
Yeah.
See, that was there when I last played it, so see, I'm gonna have all these problems.
Last time I played this, Theodred's like ability bar was completely full. Like had all his abilities.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
By the way, there's just one little thing I wanted to say on stream.
Yeah.
We removed Azog, right? Well, yesterday, technically.
Yeah.
You know, it's the second time I've done that.
Is it?
Yeah. It happened in Shadow and Flame too.
Yep, we had Hobbit Azog in Shadow and Flame for a little bit. Yes, and then we replaced him with Volk.
Oh.
Yep, it's a literal repeat.
Just what you do. Yeah.
This is just what we do apparently. Yeah. Years and years and years ago, this was like in 20, right after the films came out. Actually, very very early. Yeah, 2013, 14-ish, I think.
Theodred, let's go. Fucking love this part. It's so cool that you can just run through the battlefield That's
Yeah,
Theodred
Careful,
in
this,
his
this,
guard.
this bit is hard now.
Yeah.
This is an example of where you can lose a day or two trying to make this work. Manually get all these guys to switch teams and not break.
Yeah. I don't know
Lose a
how
day or
lucky
two, as
this
in
dude.
spend that time,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
or just don't remember the days because you've
No,
lost
no.
them. Because you're in some sort of psychotic like
Both.
break, or you just don't remember anything. You get so drunk, yeah.
Yeah, it's a laborious process, but definitely worth working it out.
Oh yeah, this fight with Mog was far less interesting and impressive before.
But yeah, it didn't exist, did it? You know, the first few iterations.
No, and then when he did, he was just a named enemy. You just beat him down, like bam,
Walk
that's
up
it.
Sometimes he wouldn't even fight you. I remember he'd just run off. He'd be like, I
Yeah.
can't be bothered. He's just going to attack the AI player.
For me, you just ride up to Spheredrift, pop on vulnerability, and just sit there and wait for him to die.
Yeah.
First time I played it, Grimble killed him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I was stuck in the hill. I couldn't get there.
That's excellent.
You have no idea how many things go wrong with this stuff.
Well, I mean, look at what we just had here. That looked like the three guys ran up a hill, but we changed their teams. We had to stop them retreating. All that crap's happening in the background. You know,
Oh my
because if
God,
you don't,
yeah.
you can just run backwards. You can break everything. You could run across to the west bank. You know, you've got to factor in all the weird things somebody will do to break this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
the amount of
Look
things.
at-
I don't think about that myself either. All the things that are just have to be going on, you know,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
in the background
man.
and stuff.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Theodred, no! Men, avenge your prince!
So fucking good.
That was a complete custom animation. That was a
Complete.
whole
Yes.
animation that was just custom made just for that. Spear,
Awesome. The spear's
fucking
awesome.
nailing that guy.
I love
Rip
the
Theodred,
spear.
dude. Yeah. Just getting impaled by the spear.
Yeah.
Dude, rip Theodred, dude.
The music. I'm so glad, Carl, you found the track.
I
That worked.
had no idea what I was going to do.
No.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see how this sounds. I'm gonna see how the Aragorn whatever Eowyn stupid scene.
Yeah. It's so good.
And I listened to it in game, and I almost cried. It's like, this is fucking beautiful. This is fucking
I know,
beautiful.
too.
I like
love it.
Theodred. I like Theodred because they expanded his role in, of course, Lord of the Rings Online, which I played a lot.
Yeah.
Of.
Oh, right, I see.
And he's a cool character.
He's quite heroic in this mission, isn't he, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I am
Oh,
very
yes.
happy with how Theodred is in this mission.
The thing about Theodred is that in the film he looks like a very young guy, but in the
does.
book he's like he's in his 40s.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's experienced. He is
The grizzled warrior, you know.
Yeah.
He's not just some bloke.
He does he does die on the art as well, doesn't he? They get cut off or something like that, and he gets left on his own, doesn't he, in some way?
I think he just gets surrounded.
Does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did actually read about these battles when I was making this mission. just,
Well
just to
done.
make sure I knew something.
I'm so happy. You make me very proud.
Elf home.
Allies have arrived! They yet survive this day!
Saruman's treachery will
Cut
be
them
answered.
down!
Surprised Aemir was that much younger than Theodred.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
he was a lot younger. No. I just found a bug.
What was it?
Elfhelm uses the wrong effects. Elfhelm uses...
Okay.
I completely forgot to fix that. Fuck!
What does he do?
He uses Orphan's effects, so when he uses his quick rescue, you hear Elven music start playing. You hear the Lorien theme.
That's fitting. He's
Oh
Elfhelm.
my
I think.
He's an
God.
elf guy.
I guess that works
Yeah,
for
yeah.
now. That's gonna get fixed
elf,
eventually,
isn't it?
though.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
At least it wasn't like Erkenbrand blowing his horn and having other music.
Yeah, having that be the Elven horn. Yeah, that'd be. Oh God.
Not a bug. It's a feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Temporary.
I guess.
This is where we fight.
Elf helm, but he has no elf helm. Shit, man.
There's
There's
Westfolders.
there's actually a bit of age ring canon about why he's called Elfhelm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There is. I wrote this at some point. I think I wrote this when we posted a render years and years ago. Hang on. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I remember seeing the Rohan renders when I was in Borneo. That was really cool.
Borneo, yeah, that sounds great. Oh, you mean the renders?
Yeah, the renders. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I remember. I was in Borneo looking at my phone going, ooh, Rohan renders.
Here we go.
Oh, I found it.
A gifted swordsman and archer, Elfhelm's skill at arms earned him his name at an early age. Elfhelm, protected by the magic of the elves, as the Rohirrim might have believed. That's why his name, Elfhelm.
I'll be quiet for this bit, Kyle, I promise.
Oh, yes. You don't have to be, it's fine.
Let me lie here
Well,
Start
actually, wait.
screaming.
to hold the fort until Heilmar comes. Rest now, Theodred, son of Theoden. Soon you shall bask in the presence of your forebears.
That kneeling animation. Best thing we've ever had. Yeah, that Theodred line is straight from the book.
To secure the forts for himself, we will not be able to stop him.
I love Elfhelm's voice so much.
Bolster our forces
Kaze voiced him so great.
It's really good.
My Lord Erkenbrand, let me
Just
maintain
cool
a
to see
small
these three
garrison
interacting.
so that the
Yeah.
enemy may delay.
Mordor will pay for this. These orcs are not from Mordor.
My Lord Heilmar! Over here!
It's genius how we're able to set this up. It's just perfect.
That's
until
worked very well.
until Aemir comes. Like, and there he is.
Boom.
Yeah.
Very morbid this though, because we made it so that this is his corpse instead of his, dying
Well,
body.
yeah, true.
He's alive line.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
didn't even
gone from
think
our-
about that. You're right. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's
That's the
dead.
kind of shit we have to think about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had to cut that line out from that cutscene.
Yeah.
Editing this was fun.
This was a bit of it was a bit controversial. We had a disagreement on this.
Oh, it's
Did
why-
you?
It's because I had like 3 different versions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not just me, you end up disagreeing with or whatever.
Oh no! Oh no! This team has a couple of very very bright minds in it, which means that people are going to have their own opinions, and you'll have some concessions and some debates
Yeah.
sometimes. So that's a very healthy thing. I like it that way.
Oh yeah, shows people care.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You are banished forthwith from the kingdom of Rohan, all its domains, under pain of death.
You have no authority here. Your orders mean nothing.
This order does not come from me. It comes from the king. He signed it this morning.
Scribble.
Yeah, tech. King Trek.
Yeah, I guess that's it. And yeah,
Yeah, coming in. 45 minutes. Not bad.
not bad at all.
What was that somebody said? Oh no, that was a different number. They said it took them 3 hours, didn't it? I can't remember.
No, someone
was
said
this
this mission. Yeah.
Oh
or-
dear, 3 hours. Oh dear.
Right, here we go.
Value for money, in terms of waiting.
Value for waiting. Yeah. This is a long campaign.
It is, yeah. It wasn't always my intention to make it really long. I didn't open every level and go, how do I drag this up? But it somehow happens, weirdly. Maybe we just had more to do, I don't know, compared to Fellowship of the Ring.
It certainly wasn't my intention. No.
Yeah, just...
Should I restart?
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
will be
yeah,
okay?
just
Yeah,
in
I'll
just
just restart just in case.
might,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't want to crash right in the middle.
no.
Not fun. Oh, the stream ended.
Oh.
Well, Discord stream ended.
Oh. This was the second level I worked on. I did it chronologically, where I could. Wasn't too bad. Although originally, Emin Wheel was the opposite way around.
Yes.
To what it is now. It got flipped because it didn't work. Like it was quite hard to. I don't know why. Sometimes it just looks better from a different angle. So that whole area of the map was just completely flipped about 180 degrees, and then horizontally again. Yeah. Broke every single texture on it, but it seemed to work fine.
This mission's great. I really like this mission. This mission turned out very great. This was this was a wish list mission that I had.
Oh, really?
This was one that I really wanted to have. Yeah.
Really? This scared the hell out of me.
Specifically being able to go into the Dead Marshes. This was something I really wanted to have.
And, you know, something that I didn't really want to have.
Oh, yeah. I was terrified this was going to be hugely boring.
Because I didn't know what the hell to do.
Yeah. No. Oh, no, I didn't really either. I just knew that I wanted it. I wanted to have it.
Yeah.
But as some people now know, there's a very special sequence in this mission that's very good.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, sure, yeah. It is one of my favorite levels now, though, this one.
Yes, for me
in all kinds of ways.
It's fucking
I'm gonna be the contrarian and say it's
stupid fucking rocks.
It's one of my least favorites from this campaign.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm being honest.
I absolutely.
This gameplay just doesn't appeal to me as much as the other missions.
Really? I really like how it looks in that way.
Yeah.
I can see how gameplay could be annoying. Some people could hate it.
Frodo and Sam, most of Frodo and Sam's missions, I really enjoy.
I don't hate it. I just there's a lot more.
Yeah, it's just not your favorite, sure.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will hate it though. I think quite a few people will.
It is just so different to the normal gameplay for this game.
Yeah. Totally changes it. I've never heard it play, but I think if you loop round here enough times, getting confused and lost, it does play that whole "we're lost" line. From
I've had that.
Have you?
We've been here before.
Yeah, I put that in. I thought if something ends up looping, we may as well do it. You know.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've had it happen before. The first time I played.
This level makes good use of all the rocks that Matt has made over the time. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks so much better with them all included.
Yeah, then the collapsed rock that took us
a
whole night.
Did it?
Yeah,
Did it really?
That was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
These rocks were not fun to figure out how to do.
What was wrong with it?
It was figuring out how to get it so that they collapse correctly. There was a whole bunch of stuff that we had to do for the model to make it so that it could actually collapse and appear correctly.
Yeah, we
very
buckled down and got it done.
Yeah.
And it was a modding date, you know.
That stupid flaming, it being on fire is finally gone.
Flame effect.
That's so dumb. I don't know why they made it so. Just the tower gets set on fire.
Yeah.
Like what? Why?
Did that in Dwaradwell as well. I don't know if it's still
that's fixed. No, none of the falling towers do that anymore. Yeah, no, I just straight up replaced it. I hated it.
Great stuff.
Pretty sure the ice pillar did that as well.
Yep, I think so too.
Everything did. Just stupid.
Interesting.
This next sequence as well, it took an incredibly long amount of time, specifically for just in terms of making Gollum move correctly. It took me far too long. More time than it should have.
For those in the chat that have beat this mission, what's your honest opinion of it? I'm interested.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in this chat and I've beaten it. This is this is genuinely one of my favorites.
Look at the way the light shines down. This looks so good. Just climbs down.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh, he doesn't do the stupid little dance anymore that he used. Yes. Oh my
fixed
god, I
that.
didn't realize you fixed it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this.
He climbs down invisible ladders, right?
Yeah, so to break the immersion or whatever, yeah, effectively this is all set up using invisible walls, invisible ladders, coding him to use animations he never used in the game but did have. He could climb over walls, but for some reason they never put it in. So Max coded that for me. And yeah, I spent about a day moving these ladders by tiny, tiny millimeters to get it to work, so he would just go straight up and down them because he just wasn't doing it properly in times, you know.
Oh
I would never do it again. But the fact he can climb up and down, I think, is really awesome.
Yes, it is.
You never see it. You never see it at any other point.
I died so many times the first time I played this mission.
Yeah,
Yep.
he didn't. Yeah, it was terrible. It was awful.
I remember the first time as well, like, because in Skirmish, when we were playing these, 'cause it wasn't in the campaign yet, the heroes would start at level 1. So their health
yes,
damage,
yes.
Gollum would literally 2-hit Sam.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it used to be, so it used to be different. He would randomize where he ran from and where he came back from. We changed that because it was, I don't know. And he also came back and forth more times. He went back and forth like 4 or 5 times.
Oh.
And you hated that. So now it's like 2, I think, at most.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 at most, which is fine by me, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Sam.
I'm
And
watching.
Frodo.
I'm gonna heal.
Yeah. You should.
Better safe than sorry.
Okay, we're good.
There you go.
This is Sting. You've seen it before, haven't you, Gollum?
Yeah, cutting the music for this was hard too. I timed it.
Oh, it didn't whack.
I had to load up your YouTube videos of where you posted up the cutscenes as previews. I timed these. There are a bunch of these. Oh my god.
Right.
Oh.
Glad those were helpful.
Yeah, they were. Please keep doing them. For all the cutscenes, I need them.
Well, I don't want to talk too much over this, but we all know what they're saying. But for this campaign, because on the last one, I had all that time on my own while I was waiting for stuff. I made a lot of cinematics, but I just went for it on my own. I didn't check them with anybody, and there was times when they should have been checked by people, and we should have had more opinions. So with this campaign, I made sure whenever I did a big cinematic, I'd post a video so we had a chance to talk about it early enough for me to change it. So that's why all those videos exist.
Yeah.
You didn't end up in the shadow of the past.
Yes. Yes.
So we didn't end up in that position again.
That one was very long.
It was endlessly long.
I like it now. I mean, I have no problem with it now.
No.
At the time, though, I thought, oh, people are gonna, oh no.
And they do hate it. You know, most people hate it on the, you know, but
Yeah, they do.
the first time it's fine.
Fuck them, you know.
Yeah, no. This is pretty high up on my mission.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy
cool.
this mission.
I like having Gollum. I mean, there's so much dialogue in this level. I spent an insane amount of time in Audacity cleaning all these lines that we didn't have from the other places we get lines. That's bad.
Good old Audacity.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Audacity.
Yeah, no, you can tell. This campaign is a lot better mixed.
Yeah. Which is funny, because I don't think I'm any better at that, but somehow it seemed to work out better.
Well, you will be if you've been doing it more. It's just the way it works.
Maybe,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Maybe by chance, yeah.
By chance.
Luck.
The exact opposite of what he was saying. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. I guess I just don't believe that I'm any better at it.
You don't believe in personal progression.
You haven't seen me
no.
do it.
I love the stupid little music that plays when
If
Gollum
you
is
flip a
running
coin
through the
for
ring.
an hour every day, eventually you'll always get it perfect.
Actually, I'm gonna say it will be fine.
This was a hell of a bit to map, this next bit. Just goes on forever, trying to lay out all these little ponds and bogs. It was a long old process.
Yeah, these are annoying to set up.
Come, master. We will take you on safe paths through the mist. I found it. That's it. The way through the marshes.
Right back.
So
Grab a drink.
This mission drove me to quite a high degree of despair when writing it. I didn't know what to do, and then you had a prototype, and I hated it.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh no, this is a waste of time. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I did not know what to do. And then I had this small epiphany of, okay, I guess we're going to encounter some more characters on this. And then I sent all that to you. I wrote it all out, and you completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember
well,
that?
Wasn't it a bit more grand the first time round? Wasn't
No,
it?
it was
No, maybe
smaller.
I did. Oh. No, I definitely
Someone
forgot
spent
about it.
2.5 hours trying to find the firewood that I saw in campaign spoilers.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh,
hopefully they'll
dear.
be able to watch this stream and be able to find out where all of them's at. I just found them, just like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, dear. Poor bugger.
Poor soul, yeah.
So yeah,
2.5
you forgot
hours.
about that, and then I had another another one of my monthly showers, right? So I took a shower.
Yeah.
And I thought about it more. And then it happened.
Well, there was that period about this time last year, maybe it was more like July, when we had a few missions that were to a degree playable. This one, Fords of Iceland, and the next one. And Fords of Iceland was more or less signed off, changed some things, whatever. This one, obviously we all thought, what the hell are we going to do with this? Including me, So you wrote that plan of what to do. I said, that's great. I'm not going to look at that for at least 4 months because I can't bear to go back to it. And yeah, I think I forgot about it after that point.
Yeah, you did.
Something reminded me. Maybe you reminded me, yeah.
I did. Yes.
And then
I remember. I remember this. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did have. Yeah.
Probably.
That's funny.
It wasn't too bad adding all that stuff in because we didn't change much. The map had to have a few layout changes to make it more linear. But
wonderful movies in the Palantir, by the way. I have to point those out. Max and Cal, that's their work.
Yeah,
gotta point that out.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot more in this one than there is in Fellowship Building, I think.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
You remember that document where it's just like.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I was like, you know what? These aren't too bad. The initial levels, and then I got to Helm's Deep, which again,
Helm's Deep's
everyone knows
bad.
about it. And oh
You
my
could watch
god,
it.
that list was as long as all the
It
other
was
missions combined. I'm pretty sure.
Long, yeah. Yep. You can basically watch the whole film in the Palantir, can't you? For at least that battle.
But like, because the document linked like specific clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
I had to then, because I just had imported the film into. I didn't download all the clips and get them do it like that way. I just had to find those shots then in the film.
Oh no, you poor bugger.
It wasn't as bad as it sounds, but
sounds terrible. I'll be honest. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, at least persevered with it.
Didn't take me too long, to be honest. I thought it would take me longer.
Man, I can just people are probably have a hard time getting their way through here.
Yeah, it can be.
Cool.
This mission it works really well because it at this point you're starting to think, oh god, what am I doing in this this mission? And then we introduce the next thing, and then it gets really interesting. Opinion. It's nicely structured.
Yeah. It's a poisonous fume.
Yeah, I still get lost in this mission, if I'm being honest. I have a rough idea of where to go, but there's still just, I don't know.
The Discord is not a place to report bugs. We have a channel that describes where you can report them.
Yep.
I was making a lot of this map when I was in the Netherlands, I remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd finish my conference and I'd go home and I'd just grab dinner and sit in the room where I was staying. And I'd just immediately get to work trying to map all this huge
weird
map.
because oh, hang on,
Dead lie in wait. They will harm you if you pass.
What are they?
These spirits belong to warriors once under my command. Their death is on my conscience. They are trapped in this place, unable to move on, consumed by rage and grief. You must break the evil spell that binds us to this wretched land. Find our barrows and destroy them. Only then can you pass through in safety.
What do we do now?
We have no choice but to trust him.
No, Master, he can't.
There is no other way.
I will help you do this. Follow me, so that we may free my people from this curse of undeath.
Right.
Look at it.
Very cool.
There
Look
he
at
is.
him.
The Sinda spirit.
So cool.
Yeah, this was my grand idea for this mission.
Yeah.
It started off small, like he would just appear and he would give you a mission and you'd have to go do it.
Oh, I don't remember
He
that.
wasn't actually meant to join you.
Oh.
But then, well, because you forgot about my notes, I rewrote them and I had more ideas.
Oh. Okay. I see.
And that's, I think, how this happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
This makes it for me. This is great.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, it makes it much more interesting.
It has the voice acting. It has the implication of you know, we all know who this is, right? I mean, if you know anything about the story, you know this is Orifair. Thranduil's dad, essentially. Well, not essentially, literally. And he died here during the War of the Last Alliance when he decided to not listen to Noldor supremacy, you know, as he should, and charged the Mordor host and got a whole bunch of his army killed and himself. Which, you know, even though of course it's kind of Noldor propaganda, but yeah, that's not a good look. So he's kind of redeeming himself on this mission, which is, I would have never in my wildest dreams expected that we would redeem Overfair for somehow, like in this thing. It's the weirdest thing. Never even thought that would never occur to me.
Problem. Yeah.
Yes, it's all just like,
I'll just try and fix a map that wasn't very fun.
yes, it's art through adversity. It's like, yeah, you're so limited in what you can do here, so you start to really think.
Yes.
Yeah, you do deep think. But I was gonna say, like, when you said you mapped this when you were here, because you were like right next door to me.
I was. I was really close. I remember. Yeah.
Yes, you were like a 5-minute bike ride from where I live, and you were mapping this. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love that.
Just went to the buffet, grabbed all the food I could, and went back to my room. And I've got other work to do. I've got stuff to get on with. Yeah, no. It was a tiring level to do, but in a way easy, because it very much is quite homogeneous across the landscape, you know, so it's just a case of putting in some ponds, and it's sort of done.
Yeah.
The hardest part was much more the scripting on this level, which I can touch on very briefly, in terms of this man school, because he's got everything you can possibly randomized going for him, you know? Randomizes which direction he comes from. But then he kind of logically picks which one to go, because I was scared he would like backtrack on himself, because I thought that would look really stupid if he flew into the right, you know, spotted you, then flew back off to the right. I thought that doesn't look right, you know.
Yeah.
He's got to be on if patrolling a direction or something.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, he goes off and
yeah.
Oh my
and then
god.
I think where he goes off has some influence of where he comes back from. I don't think he comes back from where he leaves. So there's all these different things, counting things and working stuff out. Yeah.
Never that never occurs to me. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it takes a long time, but once you do it, it's definitely worth it. Because it would annoy me if he kept coming from the north, saying he just kept going back, then coming back. It would look a bit stupid, I thought. So.
Makes me laugh quickly.
That's just the kind of stuff that makes this mod for me. Like this attention to detail.
Details. It's coming back. So stressful. Yeah, no, it was a nightmare.
The way this now like has transferred into a kind of like a horror thing. You got to move from one place to another place. And you got to really plan it out. It makes it really intense.
Oh yeah.
I still find it quite stressful to do it.
I think that's
Can't do it blindly.
I love it because this is one of those what I like about when games are hard. I like it when if I fail, I have to be very it has to be very easy for me to understand why I failed. And this is one of those missions that just nails that feeling. Because if you fail at this, if you fail to
It's
get
your
the
own fault.
hobbits into the brush, you can easily backtrack. You just move your eyes across your screen. Oh shit! I should have. Oh well, I'll do that next time. It doesn't feel unfair. It feels very stressful and hard. But if you take a breath, and you just move the Cinda spirits to where you gotta go, and you move to the next thing, you can do it in one go every single time.
You can scout it out.
Yeah.
The question is, should I follow the lights?
That's your choice. I get.
If you say.
Well, yeah, true. If you say,
I did save. I did save before this. All right, let's follow the lights.
This is one of your very early ideas for this level, which I don't think we added till relatively late. I can't remember. Maybe it was there for a long time.
Don't follow the light. Yeah.
Ooh, gold! Ooh! Ah!
They're hidden so well.
I do like it though. I wonder why we do want treasure. Like you look at it, you think I've got no use for this in this level, but I better get it anyway, just in case.
You gotta get it. Don't follow the lights.
No. Silly, isn't it?
Don't follow them.
Do you remember a really old idea, which I'm glad we didn't do because I would have cried having to make it, but there was the idea that Frodo sometimes would, I don't know what it was, maybe he'd be distracted or whatever happens to him when he looks in his ponds and he'd be lured off.
Yeah.
And you would have to go and find him.
Oh my god.
That would have made this horrible for me.
It would have been quite hard. Mixed with everything else, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's one random chance thing too many.
Yeah. This level is, this level is all about random stuff, even in terms of these ghosts. I know, I've probably told you before, but they were quite hard to work out. I didn't know how I was going to have ghosts spawning near the player at all points. Because there's no real way of doing that. You can't say spawn a ghost X many meters from this person in a random direction.
Yeah.
Normally you have to do everything through preset waypoints and everything. But we didn't have that in this level. I thought, I can't put down 1,000 waypoints.
No.
Somehow reference them. So these dead corpses were like the most handy thing. Because I had a thing that's always near the player that I can reference, fixed point to spawn an enemy on. So that was such a useful thing to learn.
It makes sense as well. They spawn from a corpse.
That was the convenient thing. That was a bonus. It's like, I can spawn men from men corpses and elves from elf corpses.
That makes perfect sense.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did notice they do spawn from the corpses. Yeah, so I did notice.
But again, that's from trying to find a way to solve spawning a bad guy near a player without knowing where they are at any one point.
What does it take to get rid of them?
Spooky ghost. Oh, he's friendly.
Off he goes.
Oh god, wait, it's this part. Hold on, it's
He's
this
off to
part.
grab the boys.
This part is.
He's got the boys in. It's just him and one other.
Yeah.
That's random. That's randomized as well. What spawns and the amount that spawns. It's either an elf or a man, or it's one or two, isn't it? So everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
It's endless.
Yeah, these are things that I have not noticed, or I've noticed it, but I've never thought about.
No,
you have to make that. It doesn't just happen. But that's interesting because I'm always complaining about how people I make a model and I gotta make a texture, and people request things, right? Can you make this or that hero? Like, do you have any idea? Like, it's like 12 hours of my life just to start on this. It's just not easy to do anything.
Yeah.
And then I still forget it because when I see this, of course, I'm not going to be rude to you and demand that you do anything for the most part. Sometimes I am.
Sometimes I need to be told.
Hey.
Sadly.
Me too. Oh yeah, because whenever you develop anything, there's always going to be moments where I start to despair, and I'll start to I'll talk to Kyle and just be like, what if we just don't do that?
What if we just don't do it?
How about we just don't do it?
And I'll usually
right?
say, "Yeah, I don't blame you." I've gotten much more into that boat now. Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of stuff that we just we
but
just said no.
sometimes I start saying that, and you're like, no, I think we should do it. Actually,
We need to do
yeah,
it. We need to do it.
probably
Yeah.
do it. Yeah,
As much as we don't want to, you know how cool it would be, for some of that
yeah.
stuff. I just realized Orifer does not have the new attack animations that Thranduil got.
Oh, that makes sense because it is different.
I haven't even seen those animations.
I love them.
I never saw the old ones.
You're seeing.
You're the Corsairs.
Yeah, it's just the Corsair running in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it looks fine on Orifer. I'm not too worried. Yeah, this section I had to revamp the music for because. Oh
my
Gollum's
God,
in the
He
thing!
wasn't hiding.
I didn't realize he wasn't in there. Oh my God.
Hey. You had to get the music from somewhere else, didn't you, for this one? You had to get a few different versions of it.
It's the Return of the King game actually helped me quite a bit because I had oh my God, those Return of the King game sounds or just the music. We were able to get the music files. Oh my God.
How did you do that?
So
Did you
much.
manually sit
manually.
there and record it?
Yes, yes. I manually went in there and I went in every
I've done
single
that,
mission that I wanted to get them from.
Yeah.
And I just
I
sat,
did
and
that with the...
the problem is that my my headset doesn't allow me to record and hear at the same time when I'm doing that kind of setup. So I had to just hope. I just had to hope that it was recording the right stuff, and I had to hook it up to my external speakers, which barely worked. So I would just sit there. I'm like, all right, I hope this is gonna be long enough, and I hope this is gonna play enough. So I just I spent one whole day doing that, and I'm just like, okay, I will probably never have to do this again. Thank fuck. Oh yeah.
The shit you gotta go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the same. The audio, the dialogue in that game, just played through the whole game on mute and just manually blocked out every line.
Just pay people to do it for you. Or make it for you.
I enjoy it though.
Other mods.
I mean, because the music stuff and the sound stuff, I enjoy that shit now a lot. I realized that I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite parts of the mod now. The music. It's just fun.
Let us do what must be done.
We had more than enough music work to do on this.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can't wait for Return of the King.
Yeah.
You were very we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that yet.
I remember you were very detailed with your notes. I mean, you were detailed with your notes on music last time, but you had a very specific format this time for how you wanted your music laid out, which was really great, obviously from my point of view, because I know exactly where I need to put these things, And
yes, I wanted to make sure. Yes, yeah. I wanted to make sure that I could help you as much as I could too when I give you my list. So
it was easy.
Good, excellent.
It was like this point, put this music in. I was like, cool, yeah, done.
Excellent.
By numbers.
It was absolutely music by numbers.
Yeah. So yeah, I would have to play through the mission once just to see where the points are. I would take notes. I would write down, okay, music needs to go here. There needs to be tracks that need to go here. This story beat needs to have this. This story beat needs to have that. This cutscene is going to kill me, and I'm going to save it for a little bit later. Oh my God! In the next mission, mission 3, there was a specific at the end of the mission.
Oh. That
was a nightmare. That took me hours to do. The last track that plays during the final cutscene of that mission. That took me hours to do.
Is it because of how it's chopped up?
Yes, it is. It is chopped up, and it's using. It's, oh my God! Figuring out where to start it, like when it's supposed to start, and all that kind of shit. Oh yeah.
You poor bugger. Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff going on that level, so I can imagine music-wise, it's always switching, and you've always got to keep.
Yes. Oh no! Where's the? Oh, panic! Where's the? It's up there.
Run!
Oh God! Run, hobbits!
Whose idea was it to make the grass just the garrisonable bit? Because that was a very good idea.
Me.
Oh, that was such a good idea. I was going with guys. Can you make me a bush that everybody can climb in and hide in?
Yeah, okay. I'll get right on that.
And then you Kyle, can you do this? And I'm like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. And I'm like, wait, can't you just use map props and then I just give you a blank object or something? We're like, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then we just added like bones so that they could go in specific spots.
Yeah.
It was
And then that just worked.
Yeah.
Genius.
In fact, they don't. In
Genius.
fact, they appear when they go in the grass.
Yes.
I blew my mind. I was like, "This is awesome." Because before, do you remember we had the ruined towers poking out of the ground?
Yeah.
As the placeholders.
That's right. I remember those. Yeah. That looked terrible.
Oh yeah, it looked awful.
Yeah, you can see them hiding.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for the Nazgul to come again, and then I'm gonna move them.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
You replaced the portrait.
Yes, we did. Oh my god. The portrait
Yeah.
was-
The hiding spot.
The
Yeah, the hiding
original
spot.
portrait.
Oh god, that was so bad. I'm so sorry, Arthur. That sucked.
I know you would.
What was wrong with it? I don't remember it very well.
It was.
Horrible.
It was like
it was
Frodo and
Frodo,
Sam like looking
Sam,
up.
and Gollum. It was the three of them sitting inside of their bush, and
Yeah.
like the way it was erased. I'm sorry, Arthur, as well. It was just so poorly erased. Like part of the parchment, like there was like parchment like up here, like all the parchment on the bottom, and then like
Oh, right, I see. Sure, it's probably better than what I could have done.
Yeah, probably. I'm sorry. You opened it up for me.
oh
Like,
my
I
god,
remember-
this Nazgul, he's back.
He's a wanker.
The
isn't he?
Nazgul return.
He knows.
Hurry up, nah.
He knows. Where is he? The fuck?
No, I don't know.
You've
Oh
been
my-
pranked by the nurse.
Dude,
Pranked you.
Pranked.
Pranked.
Oh my god.
He's such a wanker. Where is he?
There he is.
Oh, there he
There
is.
he is. Oh, look at that new portrait. Oh. The portrait for
Have
the
you
Felbies.
used the Felbies? Oh yeah. I didn't notice he had a new portrait. Didn't go, "Oof, oof." I had a thought for a while. Did he see you again? Are you good?
I think I'm good.
He's good.
You
I
good?
know, he did the sound.
He did. It scared me. For a while, I thought, I wonder if when the Nazgul comes over, I could pitch the camera upwards, like so it was more vertical for when he flew over. I thought that might.
Oh
be
my
quite cool.
god.
But in practice, yeah, terrible. But it was a neat idea to imagine that when he came closer, the camera would slowly angle up, so he'd sort of flap across,
Oh yeah.
across the screen.
Yeah.
Didn't
That's
do
one of
it.
those ideas that sounds really cool in theory.
Yeah, but it's terrible in practice.
Yeah. I think so.
When we added in the voice set for the Nazgul, did you try it on this mission? Like what? Because obviously it like added in. You said it could mess up this like random.
Yeah,
stuff
so
or
he
something.
would talk rather than scream, so he was harder to hear when he was coming, and that kind of stuff. And
So instead
somebody
of just making the Nazgul sounds, you just hear this random.
Just be like, "Hello,"
dialogue
yeah.
that has nothing to do with anything.
Exactly. It'd be like, I'm coming for you, or whatever he says. I can't remember. I'm sure he doesn't say I'm coming for you.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, that's one of those things you think, oh, hang on, somebody's made a change that works perfectly well in skirmish, but is going to really mess up something in the campaign. I've got to try and
Yes,
explain it
yeah.
and fix it. And I'm like, oh, I've got to try and make this. I've got to not sound like a pedantic idiot while I'm explaining it as well.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like I still like even after all these years, I feel like whenever I have I have to make a criticism, or I have to say no to something, or I can never like structure or phrase my sentence in a way that doesn't make me sound to myself like a fucking asshole.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Same. Oh, it happens to me all the time. Yeah. No, I don't mean it, especially with the team. I don't mean
No,
it. Yeah,
no.
I never mean wrong.
No. I just feel like
So,
such
yeah.
a douche sometimes. Like people have like ideas, and I'll be like, no,
No.
we will not do that for this and this reason.
Yeah. Campaigns saying a lot of no, so yeah. On both
Yeah, you're really
sides.
good at it. You have
Say no
no
a lot.
problem. No, you're great. You're just
I
like,
know I
you know-
wouldn't be able to do it. I know if I said yes, I would just.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would never
Yeah.
happen, or it would happen. It'd be awful. No.
Yeah, no, I mean that's one hell of a quality.
wonder
I
if
only
people
got
have-
through this first time because Sam was super tanky. Oh my god, yes, Jared. I remember watching that. The
Yes, that was
scenes-
great.
Because we were trying to fix like the Nazgul's attack, like for skirmish or something. I can't remember what we were doing. Oh no, we were trying to make it so that he couldn't attack Borifer, which
Yes.
and we fucked it up. and every time the Nazgul would attack the hobbits, it would ragdoll him. Oh my god. It was oh god. It was terrible. Like I was just watching poor Jerry and as Sam just kept getting like knocked back every time the Nazgul attacked him. Yeah. And he couldn't move. He was just stun locked. He was just stun locked permanently. And we're like, oh my, we need to fix this. Like, this is awful.
It was pretty funny.
It was funny, yeah.
It was funny. But I did despair a little bit. I'm like, oh my god. This needs to get fixed.
I really loved watching those streams. Those first few we had with the beta testers.
Yes.
Outside of it was like, oh, what a relief. Because, you know, seeing other people do it. That was really good.
Yes.
Really entertaining.
Seeing everyone's first reactions to this campaign, it was fun.
There was one time when Nidhogger played. You weren't there for that, I think, Harry.
No, I did. I missed quite a few.
I was there. I think was Arthur there as well? He might have been, but he was playing Helm's Deep. And his reaction was just so fantastic. It made my week. Yeah. He applauded and stuff. Like, oh shit. Like, yeah, no. He was very, very, very excited about it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and that made me very happy.
Yeah. I missed a few. Sometimes it's hard to find time when you're doing it, you know, when you're making it, and you think, oh, I really can't spend 4 hours after already spending all day. I've got to actually talk to my partner and acknowledge their existence, you know. So I missed quite a few of those beta streams. They were good though. Sometimes I, you know, put them on during lunch if somebody was playing them, and I'd watch them for an hour. That was very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been weird though, because I used to go into work early to do some of this stuff and get some jobs done, you know, on this campaign for about an hour or so before work. I haven't had to do that since we've got to this point. It's been really weird.
I know what you mean on that. I do the same thing. Well, during lockdown, when even now that I have to actually physically go to work again,
yeah,
I was still got up earlier the last few weeks, and I always like do a couple things here and there, just real quick.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna take it easy now.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So far, it's looking like we're not gonna have a 7.1 release.
Oh, we had the add-on for that wonky besiege map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's nothing major recording.
That's the most serious thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
That's been reported so far. It's still relatively early days, but before we would know by now. Last release, we knew by now that we're gonna do something.
Do you have a 6.1? I don't remember.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we did. Yes, we do.
Yes, we did.
I don't know. That wasn't that long ago. I've been busy since then. What was it? Christmas? Around Christmas?
I know you've been busy. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to playing it. I think it'll be fun. It looks fun.
Oh my god.
You're looking forward to playing 6.1,
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be great.
Where am I supposed to go? I can't remember where I'm supposed to go here. Oh no.
So isolated from all this stuff.
What was added in 6.0, Harry, then?
6.0 was Mirkwood. So you added Mirkwood.
What's the proper name for that faction, actually? Because it's not. Woodland
Realm.
There you go.
So it changed 3 times, didn't it? Wasn't it Mirkwood, Greenwood?
It was never going to be Mirkwood. I don't think it was ever going to be Mirkwood.
No.
Why do I keep calling it that then?
I don't know.
World Builder.
And World Builder, we do call them Mirkwood. Yeah.
There you go.
Because that's the first bits of code, the first bits of code that were there for it they were always just called Mirkwood.
That's where I'm getting it from.
And it just made it easy.
I remember you released the Erebor update. I remember that. I remember because I had to be. I wasn't really paying much attention to what was going on, so I was terrified whenever I had to post any images. I had to get them checked by everybody because I have no clue what is or isn't, meant to be shown.
Yeah.
Because that Erebor thing was super secret, so I was terrified I'd say somehow reveal it or whatever.
Fun times.
What was the big problem there? The reason to make 6.1?
Don't remember.
No, I don't.
I don't know. I don't want to remember.
I remove this stuff from my head as soon as I can.
Yeah.
It's a great skill to have. Just like delete information. I don't fucking know.
But you can look. The README's still up. You can check it.
Yeah.
I think you're fine for Nazguls now, aren't you, Carl?
I don't know.
And yeah, you've done all the smaller barrows, so I think you're safe. Oh. Yeah. You're good. This is where he releases him and a bunch of Nazgul eat them.
Rocks were deleted from many maps. That's right. We had deleted too many props, too many. So some maps were broken.
That's right. Yeah. So hard because Two Towers was so long in development. I had to keep reminding people. You know, there's all this stuff which, although we've seen it for a year and a bit now, no one else has. You know.
Oh. The red
Yeah, I remember I used some Rohan clips.
Yes, with those as well. Yeah.
Look at us, the small oceans of red elves. Yeah.
Fun fact about those elves. Those are actually from Ravanian Alliance.
They are, yeah.
The model
Are
and
they?
everything. Not the texture.
They're actually. Did you do that because you didn't want to make one, or because you really like them?
No, I didn't want to make one. They were very easy. They were low poly. That was the big thing. Is that they were low poly.
That was it.
That was the main thing.
That situation, that's convenient. That's interesting.
Yes, they were very easy to make because they were unwrapped. Okay, you know.
They're fine.
Although
I didn't remap them completely.
Yes.
And yeah,
at the end of the day, you did.
Completely. Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
Oh. Either there, isn't there?
What's that?
It's neat that they're, you know, included in some way.
Sure. Yeah.
These old things.
Oh, look at the rocks on the boat. Love that.
That barrel model was actually also from Ravanian Alliance.
What?
I'm just fucking with you.
I was gonna say.
Stop.
Evil. Get him, Frodo.
I made that for Dumbledore.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You could have fooled me, though. You could have told me some long-winded story about, you know.
I was gonna, but just leave it at that.
How much firewood do I need? 5?
It might be 6. Doesn't say in the objective.
5 or
6.
6.
I think it does. 6. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where the other one is. This one. Another one up there. Other one. Over there. There we go.
This is one of those bits where we could have been a lot more crueler in terms of the damage done. But I'm glad we didn't push it too hard.
I'm glad we didn't. I think this is good.
Yeah. You can't pay no attention, but equally you're not absolutely terrified you're going to get rinsed, you know?
Railed, yeah.
Railed? Yeah, you don't want to get railed.
Every now and again.
They won't find us in there.
Run, Sam.
Me.
Oh no.
Ooh, yeah, don't die.
Okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, he's okay. Oh jeez.
Can you spawn the pot of stew or something?
What's in there?
I was watching intently.
Yeah, I was distracted.
Oh.
From Swindle. My warriors are released. The passage through the marshes is now open.
They were hostiles.
Yeah.
For the people Spiegel.
There we go.
Yeah, job done. Did you make those rocks, Matthias?
No, I bought those.
Oh, they're very nice rocks.
Yeah. I optimized them a bit, but no, those are from CG Trader. Which I prefer.
Got them for the dog with Ormat.
I did, yeah. That's what the Patreon's for. Occasionally buy some assets.
Get some cool rocks for free. Well, not free, but
nope, not free.
No.
Oh fuck! The Nazgul's back.
He came back.
Guess who's back?
He was for a long time insisting, appearing in the final cutscene and messing it up. I remember.
Oh my god.
He still screams now, but he will. I think he gets deleted if he tries to attack them.
Yeah.
Because I've put in everything I could to make him not attack them, but he seems to just have a will of his own at this point. He doesn't want to.
A will of his own.
Kill them.
Damn.
Honestly.
How unlore friendly.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the beta testers found you could just run to the end and not have any of the hobbits with you? You just win.
That was a good thing they found that. Yeah, that was a good thing they found that. Yeah.
God, they found that. Yeah.
Great testers. We do have a great bunch of testers.
Aye. Yeah. I'll be quiet for this bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the fun bit.
Good music in this bit.
Yeah, I racked my brain over this one.
With your aid, I have atoned for my past deeds. I can feel the pull of the utter west. My spirit cries for leaving. Thank you, Frodo Baggins. Though you have not told me, I have guessed your purpose. You bear a great evil with you, but you have the strength to resist it. Go now, and may the White Stag's blessings be with you. Farewell.
Hurry, hobbits. The Black Gate is very close.
Cool.
Imagine if Frodo had just said like, "Well, that was bloody weird."
Who that? You know.
Are you again?
Yeah. Thank God for that addition, though. Can you imagine?
I can very well imagine. Yeah.
Well, we had it. We had the version before. I'm sure somewhere where it's just an endless slog. You know.
Mm-hmm. Is he drinking something? Oh, he's blowing a horn.
He's having a beer up on the watch.
Yeah.
Having a grog.
Sipping a grog.
A grog,
boys.
yeah.
Having a ciggy and a grog with the boys.
Trolls, oh man. Oh, Sphinx.
Yes, and the beast of links.
Such an easy way to just cut around that.
Yeah.
Bit of
Yeah.
scaffolding.
Very well. Yeah.
Mm.
I never liked that falling bit. That was unnecessary tension.
Yeah, the only reason for it was to show off the Elven Cloak.
They
That
never
was
used them
literally
again, did
the only. Nope, they never used the Elven Cloaks again after that.
Yeah.
I just
Good,
don't get how
because it looks dumb as hell.
Sam
God.
Fallen managed to get knee, like waist deep in shingle.
Yeah, amazing. He would have broken both his legs for sure.
He would have been paralyzed.
He would have been paralyzed from
We
the
just
neck
left
down.
him.
Yeah.
Good luck.
They are
He's already
high
half buried,
photos
just
of it.
finished.
I'm
the job.
sorry, Sam, but you're useless now.
Goodbye.
I'll have that backpack.
Sam's really got the bone density of a Kryptonian.
Yeah.
God, they all average out about 40-something minutes, don't they? Oh, longer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these missions are long, but they don't feel it.
Not those two. This next one does.
I think this is the longest of the
Do we want to
missions.
do this next one, or what do we?
Lord,
It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. Because
I've definitely got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say no. It's going to
That's
be
fine.
another.
Yeah, this
hour or
one's
so,
going
I
to be
imagine.
very long.
Yeah.
We probably need all our
I do
energy
know
to get
that.
through this one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We got to get some coke, and maybe then we can do it. But
Some MDMA.
Don't know what you guys are talking about.
Seagulls. Some seagulls.
Oh, don't remind me. I missed them.
I got a great song for you.
Anyway,
all right.
This is the end of the stream.
We'll be definitely doing more. I don't know when the
Yeah.
next one will be. Who knows?
Soon,
Hopefully soon. Yeah, hopefully soon.
All right. Thanks you all. Thank you all for joining.
Thanks for downloading 7.0. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, it's been lovely. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for nice
Good
feedback.
reception. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Goodbye.